The Book of True Life, Teaching 10 of 366, The Master Teaches, Proclamation and Propagation of the Divine Seed. Divine Revelations, Mexico, from 1866 to 1950. The Lord says, during this blessed moment, answer the questions of your conscience, for it is a time of judgment. You are before your judge, for it is necessary that I touch you with my justice for an instant. But truly, I say to you, my judgment is loving and just. I am giving you much proof that I am among you. Why does not everyone believe me? Do you want to be left to the mercy of human wickedness? Do not lose yourselves along the pathways of the world. Come to me. I am the way that will lead you toward a true happiness. I have entrusted your nation with a mission of peace and not of war. Understand that my divine word is echoing there, revealing to you that the New Jerusalem is found in the spiritual realm, and all spirits should penetrate it through their elevation, thus becoming its dwellers. Today, you show me your granaries with scarcely any seed, and the reason is that you have not taken advantage of the fields which I am providing for you. Your brethren are dying before you, and you are not moved. Do you not believe that in that way you are concealing my law? You are not ignorant of the fact that you were the ones who made a covenant with me a long time ago, a pact which is written in the Book of Life. Your heart confesses that you are still like the weak warrior. Hear me, O my people, for the ordeals will come, and they will awaken you and give you that temper which you lack. It is necessary for your faith and knowledge to be great, so that you understand that in this life you will have to be the guardians of peace, through your thoughts and prayers. A new year is born among you, in which you will answer to me. I grant you this era for your preparation and struggle. If you prepare yourselves, you will neither weep or feel the pain in your heart. But do not defy my justice with disobedience, for then you will surely drink that cup of bitterness. Become my servants, for the fields await your seed of love. Elijah, the tireless shepherd, already prepared the paths and the fields, so that you may take up your tools and begin to till the soil. Your task is very delicate, but it will not be difficult nor tiresome. Before the incandescent sun of my justice, the maternal mantle of Mary will always interpose, like a beneficial cloud, giving it celestial protection, while my voice, like a melody or cooing of doves, will delight you, making your work more pleasant. O my beloved disciples, my voice has called you tirelessly in this third period. My word appeared like a shining beacon, showing the way to the shipwrecked victims. I have given you the spiritual strength with my teaching, not only to resist the vicissitudes of this world, but also to fulfill the mission which you have brought during this era. Not everyone will receive you with open arms when you go forth to spread my doctrine. There will be some who will set snares to make you fall. a struggle will emerge. For if there are those who have the power to do good, there are also those who have the power for evil. I come to purify and prepare you spiritually and physically, so that you understand the inspirations of the Father, and then convey them to your fellow men with the same purity with which I delivered them to you. Demonstrate that this doctrine is not a theory. It has not been derived from books. It comprises in its truth the message of the Holy Spirit. I come to prepare you, for life on earth will change each day, and what today is peace, tomorrow will be war. And what now appears to be light to men, tomorrow will confuse them. Mankind prepares its countless weapons for the battle. You prepare yours. Within prayer and in the practice of my doctrine, men will find the light. In the practice of my law, my new warriors will find fortitude, and when the days of sorrow come, you will unite to give courage to one another and pray for everyone. My law will be the ark of salvation in this period, when the floodwaters of sin, of grief and misery are unleashed. Truly I say to you, that men of other nations will arrive in caravans to this country, attracted by its spirituality, its hospitality and peace. And when they know about this revelation and have faith in what I said in my new coming as the Holy Spirit, I will also name them Israelites in the Spirit. Among those multitudes will be my emissaries, whom I will send to their people to convey the divine message of my word to their brethren. But not everyone will come to this nation to learn of this teaching which I brought to you, because many will receive it spiritually. You will then behold how many who never listened to me will arise as the great apostles, filled with faith, love, and eagerness, forgetting fears and prejudice which you are unable to overcome, and will penetrate wherever a door is open to give testimony of my word. They will not fear sects nor religions, for before considering them enemies, they will regard them fraternally. Do not regard anyone as a foreigner along this path. Be able to welcome your fellow men with the doors of your heart open and deliver to them the message which I reveal to you. Later, when my emissaries are scattered throughout the world, they will all feel united in their mission. The laborer will cultivate and furrow the soil. There he will deposit the seed with faith and eagerness to reap an abundant harvest. And the master says to you, always remember to select the proper soil in which to cultivate, so that the seed will not spoil. You will always reap its fruits in accordance with the love with which you have cultivated them. Everyone can be a laborer in my fields, but first it is necessary to feel and understand this mission. This work consists of removing the veil of darkness from the ignorant and the fanatic, teaching him that I am the only God that everyone should serve. That is why I am preparing you as an example for the rest, since you were able to open your eyes to the light, and with humility confess that you were ignorant. Through you I will sow my seed, and later I will gather the fruits of your obedience to my law. Your fellow men will ask how you have received this teaching, what were my manifestations, and why you follow this path. And to every question you will answer with the absolute truth. For if you are unable to defend yourselves with the truth, you will not be strong, and you will be defeated. Then the seed will not germinate. It is not my will that at the end of the struggle you are not able to reap your harvest, after I have separated you from the temptations of the world, to hear me, and after naming you my disciples. It would not be just that you reap disappointments and bitterness only because you did not learn in time to defend my work, by studying and analyzing it, in order to face your ordeals. My teaching is only one lesson, wisely revealed in many forms, in order that you would understand it, and to which nothing should be added. And although it is a law, I do not come to impose it upon you, because you would fall into hypocrisy. You would pretend obedience, while with your actions you would be violating my law. I have placed a conscience in your being, so it can be in the midst of all your steps, since the conscience is able to distinguish good from bad, and what is just from what is not. With that light you cannot be deceived, nor be called ignorant. How could the spiritual follower deceive his brother, or try to deceive even himself, if he knows the truth? During the second era, a wealthy young man approached Jesus and said to him, "Master, I believe I am worthy of the kingdom which you promise, for I practice your teaching." Jesus asked him, "Do you comply with the law?" And the young man replied, "Yes, Master. I fast, I treat my brothers well, I do not cause harm to anyone, and I give part of my wealth toward the support of the temple." Then Jesus said to him, "If you wish to follow me, give to the poor what you possess, and come after me." But the young man possessed so much that he refused to give up his riches, and he preferred to depart from the master. He thought of complying, and he only deceived himself. How many times I have said to you, practice charity, manifest this virtue, but do not make a display of it, for it will cease to be charity, and you will deceive yourself. O disciples, if you do not want to fall into errors in the practice of my doctrine, analyze your actions by means of your conscience. If it demands of you, examine yourselves thoroughly. Find your fault and correct it. Your conscience is a mirror where you will be able to see whether you are cleansed or not. The spiritual follower should be recognized by his actions, so that in order to be clean, they will have been dictated by his conscience. He who practices in that way will feel in his spirit the light to be called my disciple. Who will be able to deceive me? No one. But I do not come to judge you for what you do, but for the intention with which you do it. I am in your conscience and beyond it. Do you believe I could ignore your actions and the intention in them? Prepare yourselves for the battle, so that my work will not be misunderstood due to your imperfect deeds. For many times, the acceptance or rejection of my teaching will depend on you. But I ask you, what could obscure my work, since it is truth itself, since it is pure and perfect? Nothing. But because of your lack of fulfillment, you will certainly lose occasions to earn blessings and elevate your spirit. If anyone ignores my truth, it is because he is not capable of drawing near and drinking from the fountain of knowledge that is my word, and which overflows its clear waters for all who thirst. The truth which I revealed to the first, to the patriarchs, to the prophets, and the just, is the same which today I am manifesting to you. For my doctrine, which you are receiving, is the law for all time. I come only to show you the way, so that you may continue your journey to the end. O disciples, behold my word, in which you will always find my truth. But if you give erroneous or complicated explanations, if you modify my doctrine or deliver a confused interpretation to those in need, you will reap a bad harvest. Take care how you deliver my teaching and how you propagate it, because you are responsible for a very great heritage. I am the master of the seed. You are the laborers. Make it germinate, flourish, and become fruitful as I taught you. But do not regard yourselves as servants or slaves. Feel free to love and labor within my doctrine. I am the light that illuminates the paths, and you are the travelers who choose the way. If some walk blindly and cannot see that light, if some are lazy and for that reason cannot find it, if they should deviate from the pathway, do not blame me, because wherever you are, I speak to you in various ways. Understand that some effort has to be made by one who wishes to find me. My word penetrates your heart like the wheat seed in fertile soil, and on receiving it, you should make it flourish and multiply. Analyze this word in order that you know what it contains, and practice it to be aware of its value. And that knowledge which you gain through that analysis, do not keep to yourselves. Let it be known by mankind, and you will see with great joy that it will be well received by your fellow men, and you will see them awaken to love and faith. After this time, men will come to you seeking my teaching, and without having heard my word transmitted through the faculties of the spokesman, they will know that I have come once again, and they will have the certainty that I have spoken to mankind in this manner. The moment will come when my word will be extended to all nations, and my mandates given during this era will attain life and strength throughout the times. He who prepares himself will feel my presence in his spirit, and finally man will obey my law. The freedom of will be fully understood by him, and he will perform just deeds within my divine law. I am once again setting the pattern for you to follow me. When you arise, seeking mankind, to convey to them the good news, do not beg them to listen to you. Carry out your mission with dignity, and those who believe you will be the ones whom I have chosen to be my disciples. There will be rumors that the Master has returned to form a new apostleship, and you will give testimony about these manifestations. And furthermore, you will reveal to them that you have also returned to earth, that during the second era you were with me, and you heard my word in Galilee and Judea. And if they doubt you, tell them to meditate on my words and on the prophecies given to my apostles, and they will realize that this is the truth. To you who hear me, I reveal my word through the faculties of these spokesmen. Later, other generations will come who will study all that I have said to you, which will be printed, filling great volumes. I am the life, and at every moment I vivify you, but I have to contend with your ideas and thoughts. Your deeds lead you toward pain and death, and you are unable to seek me, so that I may strengthen you in righteousness. Why do you not come to me? Who has not felt my presence once he calls upon me? How much I love you, and always have. Before I created you, I loved you within me, and from the moment you emanated from my spirit, you were endowed with my gifts and mandates for all time. The earth which you walk upon today is not your eternal mansion, nor is it the promised land. For that reason, you always long for a superior life. You aspire for perfection, for it belongs to you as an eternal heritage. It is the state of elevation which your spirit will attain after great struggles. Do not be satisfied with earthly benefits, because you are aware that you are destined to know the perfect spiritual life with all its grace and beauty. Do not expect your fellow men to regenerate themselves only through my divine work, without an effort on your part toward that end. Your mission is to work to lay the foundation of a new humanity, who will love and obey my law. For that, prayer is your best weapon. I am speaking to the spirit and heart of all men. I am cultivating them, and the moment will come when they will be able to communicate with me from spirit to spirit, and then there will be no secrets between the Father and Son. Prepare yourselves for the time when I will no longer communicate through a human faculty. Record my word for future generations, and take care not to confuse my mandates. It is not my will that my new disciples, who will learn of my word only through these writings, find imperfection in my teaching, due to your lack of preparation. It is my will that all the essence and truth of my work be contained in these pages. In this book, which I have entrusted to you, I have put together my word, which is revealed in 3 eras, and all which has remained veiled or shrouded in mystery, you will understand when you communicate from spirit to spirit with my divinity. If you believe that my manifestation during this period is not an event, and that after you are gone, my work will have terminated, truly I say that you have not had a premonition of its significance, nor have you contemplated the light of the 6th seal, illuminating and giving life to everything created, and marking a new stage of the perfection of the Spirit. If you would contemplate the humility of your spirit while hearing my word, your body would unite with it to form only one will, but the flesh is an obstacle for your spiritual progress. Behold the struggle, and in it the necessary merits for your elevation. If you feel depressed because of the ordeals of life, take refuge in me, and you will feel strong, and there will be no one who will destroy your peace, nor deprive you of your heritage. I want you to always be ardent in your life, so you will not be like the tombs, warm when the sun sends its rays, and at dusk, when it sets, they are cold again. Do not be moved only when you hear my word, but love me and always love one another as I love you. Within grateful hearts, I have listened to this prayer. O Lord, you are tireless in granting us so many blessings. And I say to you, I am your Father, and I behold your needs. How can my spirit not be moved by your prayer? I have comforted you in the solitude of your chamber, and I have illuminated you so that your meditation may be beneficial. I am leaving an album in the hearts of my disciples, so that after 1950, when my word ceases to be heard through a human faculty, they will be the ones who will convey my message to mankind. In these humble houses of prayer, where my word is manifested, how many teachings you have heard and learned, and though no rituals, altars, nor images exist in them, here is where you have ceased to feel an emptiness in your heart. Blessed are you who meekly and humbly have listened to me, for tomorrow you will surprise the multitudes with the essence of your word. O disciples, now is the time that you should recognize the greatness and purity of my work, so that when you preach it in the future, your actions will be in accord with my doctrine. The multitudes approach this people. Be prepared. I do not want them to surprise you doing wrongful deeds, because they could say, "Are these the new disciples of the Lord?" After speaking to you for so long, I do not want to find your granary empty of good seeds. Tomorrow you will be scrutinized and put to a test by men who wish to see you weaken, to denounce you and negate my truth. Do not expect that only my word, written in books, will perform the miracle of converting mankind. It is necessary for great warriors of my cause to emerge, so that with their faith, their courage, and their love, as weapons, they may seal and confirm my truth. It will not be necessary for you to ask whether this path is free of obstacles or not, nor will you have to go in search of multitudes, because I will take care of placing the needy along your path. It is necessary for men to arise among mankind, who will recognize and make known the greatness of my law. You who have listened to me during this period, be great through your humility, through my word, through your virtue and proper fulfillment of my law. But do not believe that for having heard me, you will be the most exalted among mankind. How many who have no knowledge of my teaching, when the day comes that they hear about it, all they will need is your testimony, and they will perform greater deeds than yours. For this reason, you will rejoice greatly, because those deeds will be the fruit of your fulfillment. Today, I will strengthen you and close the wounds which previously humanity had opened, so that you have the necessary temper when the struggle comes. Understand that the light of the sixth seal illuminates you, that the sixth golden candlestick enlightens mankind. But although everyone is illuminated by that light, while some are aware that they live during a period of great significance, others allow all these teachings to pass unnoticed. If all have been created equally, why does not everyone have faith? Because of your freedom of will and the different evolution of each spirit. Thus, while some wait for a light and a superior force to guide them, others rely on what they consider their own struggles, and when these fail, they feel lost. It has been a long while since your spirit emanated from me. Nevertheless, not everyone has progressed in the same way along the spiritual path. All destinies are different, although they lead you toward the same goal. To some are reserved some ordeals, and to others different ones. One child travels one path, and another will follow a different course. Neither have all of you emerged to this existence at the same instant, nor will you return at the same moment. Some travel ahead, and others behind, but the goal awaits everyone. No one knows who is near nor who is distant, because you are still too small to have this knowledge. You are human, and your vanity would lead you astray. The Father tells all of you to be perseverant, and to those who have faith, he says to them to illuminate the path of those who travel in darkness. Analyze your course, and you will realize that sometimes you have traveled with determination, and sometimes slowly. At other times, you have fallen only to arise afterward, until you have reached the end, taking a more secure and firm step. Only I am aware of your evolution, although I must tell you that a truly elevated spirit has a knowledge of its progress, without being vain because of it. Through the gift of intuition, you will be able to know whether your pace is very slow, or if you are going at a very fast pace, whether you have come to a standstill, or if you believe to have taken a firm step. Through your conscience, you will be able to know whether the road which you travel is permissible, or if you have misjudged it. In order for you to leave a beneficial footprint on your earthly passage to those who come behind you, it is necessary that you comply with my law. Through it, you will leave great deeds, and your memory and example will be unforgettable. O disciples, I am the hen under whose wings you live as her young. I will also tell you that the sixth seal is the only one which is opened and illuminates you during this period. Behold, that many of my servants who were the first disciples of spirituality have fallen into a grave error in believing that the seals are houses of prayer, that they were unfolded in this nation, and that they are its possessors. These I test continually with my justice, for they are like the firstborn during this period, those whom I called and invited to my table, those to whom my word of love was reserved. They proceed along the paths of the world, bearing their gifts and responsibilities, not wanting to know what they carry. They believe to be fulfilling my law, and they judge their fellow men. They do not know where they are going, nor do they have an awareness of the greatness of my work, and when I have called them to listen to me through a human faculty, I have asked them, "Do you believe in my presence in this manner?" Many of them have denied me. I have said to them, "Show me your multitudes. Enumerate the miracles which you have performed, and the seed which they have shown me is very scarce." I have shown to them the great multitudes who congregate where my word is heard, the endless testimonies of my power, and I have reminded them, "The tree will be recognized by its fruits." This is the sixth seal, under whose light everyone should follow me. Today, the sixth golden candlestick, which is the divine word, illuminates you. Behold among my people the sons of doubt, alongside the sons of faith, those who deny me and those who follow me. Some are attached to materialism, and others are making an effort to attain spirituality. Here is the primary cause of your division during this period. However, my teaching is as clear as the light of day. The Lamb of God opened the seals, and only He is worthy of sealing them anew. The New Jerusalem is not in this, nor in any nation. That city is spiritual, although you can inhabit it from this moment on. Elijah is not the one who opened the seals. He was the forerunner in order that the sixth seal could be opened and revealed in its time. Elijah represents the sixth seal, and his mission is very high. He came to reveal that a new period of revelations was beginning for you. The 7 churches of Asia which were sanctuaries where the voice of my apostles resounded, and as a message for all the generations of all people, are a beautiful image of the Book of the Seven Seals. Roque Rojas brought to the world the mission of being the first spokesman through whom Elijah called the first followers of the third period. And among those first to receive responsibilities was a maiden who arose with the spirituality and the necessary devotion, so that through her the miracle of my communication through a human faculty would be realized. Since then, and by those means, my word, which began with the manifestation of Elijah, designated the time for this communication, which will be from 1866 to 1950. Many spokesmen have been prepared, so that you would have my inexhaustible word, which is a fountain of knowledge and of revelations, until the final moment of my communication. The period of spirituality will come later, and although you will not hear my word again, you will feel me closer to you. I will keep descending and manifesting myself through the good preparation of some and the bad preparation of others. Through the good intention of some and the lack of preparation of others, my spirit will be present in this manner until 1950, for nothing will prevent that my will be done. However, those who blend something foreign to this nourishment and give the multitudes other than clear and pure water will answer to me. It is my will that you return to those places where you failed to fulfill a certain mission. The pathways are prepared, the fields await the seed. Be prepared and allow the moment of your struggle to take place. Then you will give one another a fraternal embrace. You will depart and allow my will to be done in you. Do not forget that my work is pure and that you should love it to the end. You will perform charitable deeds during the course of your journey, for that is your mission. You have many spiritual gifts with which to be charitable in different ways. If you are able to prepare yourselves, you will perform that which you call impossible. The charity that you render by means of a coin, although it is charity, is the least elevated that you can give. You should convey love, forgiveness, and peace to the heart of your fellow men. I do not want any more Pharisees or hypocrites protected by my law. I want disciples who feel the pain of their fellow men. I will forgive all those who arise with repentance, regardless of the sect or religion which they profess, and I will allow them to see with clearness the right path. Blessed are those who carry my teaching to strange lands, for my law and my guardian angels will protect them. I have said that through the preparation of one of my sons, a region may be spared. Be deserving of that grace, and I will give to you in abundance. I speak to you in many ways, so that my word will strengthen you, and you will not weaken when you are in need of more faith. Love one another when you are together. Love one another when you are distant, and the blessing of your Father will descend upon that fraternity. My peace be with you.